All right, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. We are doing an update on my project 20 uses, my project 100 uses, and my project pan and everything. So I have 3 updates for you. I just have like 3 different eyeshadow palettes that I'm using for those projects. Yeah, this is like my ETC project pan. Basically, whatever I'm like not actually like quote unquote panning yet, meaning like not trying to like actually use up, but just getting some uses, getting some pan hit, you know, that sort of stuff. So first things first, we're gonna talk about my blank palette from BoxyCharm. This is my pan and everything. The last time we had this in here, I was trying to use up or hit pan in this shade right here. And as you can see, there we go, now you can see it. I have hit pan, so now officially. And I also have been using this as my inner corner highlight, this like super shiny champagne shade. I've been using it the entire time and haven't hit pan in it yet, but I mean, it makes sense because I'm just using the tiniest little detail brush. Hopefully I'll be able to use it up by the time I hit pan in this one. But basically we are, 3 out of the 5 hit goal on these. So that's really exciting. Now we're using this like golden antique gold type shade for my lid whenever I'm using this, and then still using that champagne shade as my inner corner highlight. I probably, even if I hit pan on it soon, I'll probably just continue to use that as my inner corner highlight for whenever I'm using, trying to pan this up and use that for my looks, just because it's easier. It's right here, and obviously I definitely need to get lots of use on it because it is taking forever to actually like hit pan or use it up at all. So this is really exciting. We love it. Very exciting, still in the same palette, still working away at it, but very cool that we've like hit another pan finally, because it's been actually a really long time. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been forever. Okay, so now the next big thing that we'll talk about right now, we're at 98 uses on this. I'm gonna call it because there's not gonna be another eyeshadow that we use up. There's a eyeshadow in here that's definitely close, but it's not, I definitely know I won't be using it up in the next 2 uses. So, and this is going to be the Real Her Volume 3 I Feel Beautiful palette. So this one was in my pan and everything. So I hit pan in every single shade in here, which is really exciting. And then I went ahead and used it 100 extra times in it. And now I'm actually going to be throwing it, well, actually 98, it will be 100 in a little bit. And then I'm going to now throw it in and actually properly do a pan that palette on it and use it up. But regardless, this is where we're at with it right now. We have 2 shades officially used up, 1 shade that is pretty dang close, but again, this is not a 2 use up because there's quite a bit of product still in there. There is still quite a bit of product here. I mean, we're close too, but it's probably got maybe 5 more uses, but yeah, so I'm calling it. But the next one would be Enticing. That's pretty close. I've been using these 2 shades and for like my main look, and then Divine kind of, deepening things out where I can. And yeah, that's where we're at. Really exciting. So this is officially done in terms of, well, officially minus the 2 uses, but I will get those 2 uses, but it is, for all intents and purposes for this project, we are no longer going to be watching this. It is being moved into my Pan That palette. So the next thing I need to bring in is another something that I'm going to hit or use 100 times. So what I had been wanting to do is like whatever I'm going to hit pan in, like do my pan and everything thing, is what I'm going to use to like, use 100 times after that to get more use on it and then throw it into a Pan That palette. I'm just really liking that like system that I'm doing for right now. However, I think what I'm going to do, this wasn't in a pan and everything because technically it doesn't have pan to hit. I have this little eyeshadow pigment in the shade Sun Pepper from MAC, and I have like the little actual thing that it comes in, but I've poured some of it out into this little container just because it's easier to use. But I want to use this 100 times. I had this in a project, I think I had it in the use it for 20 times, and I thought like, oh, I think it was like more full, but I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna get like to the bottom of this and use this completely up and then refill it within those 20 uses. That did not happen. I wasn't even close. Like clearly there's still quite a lot of product in here. So I want to use this 100 times. there's still more products, so there's plenty more to like go through. I want to see how many more times I need to use this to then refill it. So we will see, but there's so much product in here, and I absolutely love this shade too. It's so beautiful. It's got like a duochrome, like burgundy blue kind of color to it. It's just really interesting and really beautiful, and I always get compliments on it too whenever I wear it. So yay. So this is going to be my project 100 uses. Now I know it's not going to be like the most exciting like visual piece, but again, I have a lot of pigments and might as well use it and use them up. And it's hard to put them into a project where it's like, okay, we're just gonna see how it goes and use it up where it goes, where it's a little bit more visually appealing to show you like a pan and hitting a pan and like the pan expanding and then completely using it up. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do, especially with this project that is like so slow moving, and like I only come on and update when there's something to update. So there's that. Okay, so next thing we have is my 20 uses. So I still have 18 more I've used it 18 times. I still have 2 more uses on this. We have the Naked Basics Naked 2 by Urban Decay, and this is where we're at. I'm still using it. I have 2 more uses on it, which is really exciting and loving. I've freaking been loving it. It's so nice. I know I've like in a past plan to pan, I was like, I'm gonna use my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm gonna use all these other like palettes, but I'm really just like loving these Naked palettes, and yeah, I've been loving it. So I'm gonna stick with like the Naked theme and now bring in my Naked 3 to use for the 20 times. You know, I still have 2 more uses on this, so you know, still have 2 more times, and I'm wearing it today, so that doesn't include what I have done today. So I have 2 more uses on it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my Naked 3 for 20 times. And I'm really excited for this one because as boring as this is, as repetitive as it is, we got some pinks, we got a little copper, and we got some taupes, and I love all of it. I just love all of it. So yeah, I'm gonna use this for 20 times. I'm excited. I will say with the Naked 2, I like absolutely fell in love with it. I also used the little brush that came with it. This black is a great black. I don't use black a lot. I really feel like I don't need it, but I have been using it a little bit for my lash line, on my upper lash line. And then this shade I always use just to deepen out the look. I always used Tease. It's the only matte shade in here other than the black for my transition shade. And then we have Foxy, which that's a lie. So this is also matte, but it's like a cream colored matte I use for my brow bone highlight and for setting my eyeshadow primer. And this actually does have like a smidgen of a dip. Don't think you can tell at all, but I mean, it makes sense. I'm putting it all over my eye to set primers. And then I went ahead and used every single shadow at least once. I think I've maybe like used it multiple times, but I had a Verve as an inner corner highlight and then Booty Call as an inner corner highlight. And then the rest I've just, you know, used as lid shades, and it's been lovely. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Pistol because it's that gunmetal, like, I don't even say gunmetal, but like very like gray silver type look, which is nice sometimes, but not always. And then this shade as well, it is Snakebite. I mean, I know I can use that definitely to deepen out, but I also have been using Busted to deepen out, so they're so similar. And yeah, I tried to use Snakebite like on my lid shade, and it was lovely and nice, and you know, it was just definitely like a smokier, deeper look, which is great if that's what you're going for, but you know, wasn't always going for it. But I loved it. I loved everything about this. It was so fun. My favorite shade is definitely still the YDK right here. Just again, that like pinky taupe, which is why I think that this Naked 3 is going to be right up my alley. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, I'm just kind of sticking like back to like my, I don't know, the original type stuff. So it's kind of boring, but like really fun at the same time to just like be loving your makeup and doing, you know, all of that. So it's exciting. Anyways, so that's where we're going. That's what we're doing. I don't know when I'm going to come back in and update again. I mean, I don't know. Probably whenever I hit the 20 uses on the Naked 3, honestly. That might be the next one time that I come back in and update this, because obviously the 100 uses is not going to be, or I guess whenever I like need to refill that, that pigment, then maybe then, but I don't know what will be sooner. Probably the Naked 3, probably hitting 20 uses on the Naked 3. Or again, when I hit pan on that blink shade, but again, I don't think it's not going to be anytime soon. So, you know, yeah, it'll be a little bit of time before I actually update this, but it's exciting and I love it. And it's just so nice to like break things up. I tend to use these also, for those of you who don't know, I use these in a rotation. So one day I'll do my Pan That Palette look, and then the next day I'll use my 20 uses, and then I'll do the Pan That Palette use, and then I'll use my 100 uses, and then the Pan That Palette, and then my Pan and Everything, and then I just repeat that rotation. So unless there's like some sort of event that makes sense for me to have more of a nude look than a bolder look or whatever, then, you know, maybe I'll switch things up a little bit, but those are like if once a month, you know. So that's kind of what I'm doing, where I'm at, and that's what's happening, and we'll see what ends up happening after this. I'm just really excited to like have this little bit of like a makeup like refresh. So it's exciting. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that your Pan That palettes and project pans and all the uses and all of that is like going well in your like makeup rotations, and you're just really enjoying and loving your makeup. What you already have is like lovely and good enough. I hope that you're feeling that satisfaction, because I know I am. So it's like the best thing ever is like when you have what you have and you use it and you love it, and that's that. And it's just so nice to be like content with what you have, you know? So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and yeah.